Okay, so here's my Delta 36725 table saw that I bought from one of the big box stores. It's one of the more popular ones they sell. I imagine a lot of people have this saw. Decent saw. Dust collection's okay. The dust that comes out the top of it is not okay, and I got a lot of it. Especially if you're ripping down sheet goods or anything, if you're ripping anything thinly, not thinly, but if you're like right on the edge like that, this thing just throws all kinds of stuff back at your face. And it's something that I gotta solve. And I've looked at a lot of overarm solutions on YouTube. A lot of them are pretty good. But I'm gonna try something a little simpler. One of the things I noticed, here's the stock blade guard and riving knife that comes with this saw. Basically, I haven't had it on the saw since I bought it. But when I started thinking about the overarm dust collection, I started thinking there's got to be a way to modify this thing, hopefully easily, that'll do a decent job of collecting the dust that shoots back in my face. So I installed it, took a look at it. It's got some interesting features. It's got this split down the middle. It's got two separate sides to it, which I really like, because if you're ripping something thin, it only lifts the one side, so it keeps this down, which helps in dust collection. The split down the middle is pretty convenient for me trying to mount some kind of dust collection device here, and this is just an attachment that came with one of the shop vacs that I had, and almost like a perfect fit. So I'm like, this has got to be something worked out here. So basically the problems are on the sides, there's little slots all over this thing. So obviously dust is going to want to escape through any of those slots. They have to be blocked off easily enough, probably with some clear packing tape on the inside. Not a problem. Also, going to have to figure out some way to block the front so that the wood, your work wood can come in, but the sawdust chips won't come out. So I have a plan. I haven't executed it yet. We'll get to that. Anyways, what I did is I started milling down. I milled down some wood on the planer to the same thickness as that separation between the two arms, and started cutting pieces and fitting them together. And I came up with something that looks like this. This is just half of what we're going to need. But basically, once you lift these arms up out of the way, this thing will just fit right between those two pieces. Will slide up inside and fit nice and tight here. I don't know if you can see that. All right, but it still allows for the... That was my phone. My phone on the table. Anyway, so this is the first half of it. I got to build a top half and sandwich it together. It's pretty light as of right now, and I think it's going to work. Just got to work out the details here on the front, and then of course how I'm going to attach. I have a little shop vac here that I can just somehow put some kind of temporary thing up across the top. Anyway, this is the beginning of it. We'll see what happens. A little up close look at this thing. I had to make the side slice pieces just a little bit thinner than the middle piece so that it'll fit up in the recess between these two arms here. So it works out pretty good. It's a nice tight fit. You can see slides right up on the inside of that. And then I had to cut a piece for the front that's going to slide in here. It's a little narrower, right in there. Don't know why they did that, but whatever. So this piece kind of fits right in there, like that. So with... It's hard to do with one hand, isn't it? So far, this is what it's looking like. You can see where the suction is going to come right up the middle. And I probably got about six big pieces of wood in here. Not big, small, but two really small ones. Kind of glued them all up. I was going to try to figure out a way to put it together with screws, but needed to glue it, just make it easier. Anyway, so this is just a friction fit right down in here. Got to cut out the basic shape on the bandsaw. You see right there, and then I'm going to mount some kind of sweeping brush kind of mechanism on the front, but making that out of basically base coat. You know, this rubber stuff that you put at the base of the cabinet. Figure I can cut some little slices in there, and it can work kind of like a, I don't know, a little flap, multi-flap thing that'll get pushed out of the way. That's the theory. See how it goes. Okay, it looks like this is the final build on it. Just added this little rubber flap down here, shortened it up a little bit, made the slits in it a little bit wider so it's not as flexible, so the suction doesn't suck it up into the port, which is what was happening. It's also adjustable for height. I can just loosen this and raise and lower that rubber thing. I can also maybe experiment making longer rubber ones for taller cuts. It's nice because the guard, you know, guard works along with it on there, no problem. And it creates a lot of suction. Built this little retractable arm. It's not really retractable. It's on like a mobile, it's like a stand. It's like a pedestal that I had nothing on. And basically you just fold this up out of the way. I just secured the hose with some twisty ties. These things are pretty cool. Saw them at the big box store. Like, you know, they're like kind of pipe cleaners except bigger. And they're just easy to like tie something up. Just give you an idea of the suction. If I turn this thing on, this thing really pulls in the suction. Let me try to see if I can show you this. Watch this. I don't know if you could see that, but when you turn this thing on, it just sucks these things in tight. It's a lot of suction there. I did do a couple test cuts. It works very well. Absolutely thrilled with this thing. So anyway, here's an option for your Delta, your common Delta saw a lot of people have. It just takes a little bit of trial and error to get those pieces to fit right. It works for me. You know, hopefully you guys can use something like this if you're looking for something. Give you an idea. Maybe you can improve on this idea. Anyway, leave some comments in the comments section. Any other suggestions you might have. All right. Well, thanks for watching.